Afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Don Walters welcoming you to another edition of the Staten Island Bowling Club. This month finds us at Columbian Lanes for our second stop of the year here, and we have narrowed our field to our top 10 finalists, and right now they're still qualifying, and that field will very shortly be reduced to our top 8 bowlers. Now we have the 3 bowlers in this year's field thus far that already have titles. We have Rob Balzerini, who is in competition still, Mike Scotti, and Rob Marchicello. Now, Mike Scotti went over here in February of this year. He's looking for a bye in a TFC, as is Rob Marchicello and Rob Balzerini. Scores here at Columbian Lanes for the last 2 weekends have been very, very high. So I think we can anticipate more of the same today with today's qualifying. So we want you to sit down, relax, pull up a chair. We're delighted to have you. And we'll be back in just a moment. Okay, we are back here at Columbian Lanes with the Staten Island Bowling Club. And while I have a minute, I just want to take that minute and go over our Staten Island Bowling Club's Tournament of Champions. Now, this year it's going to be held at Victory Lanes, and it's going to be on the 14th of November. Now, we currently have in it, representing Sunset Lanes, we have Rob Marchicello. Representing Columbian number 1, Mike Scotti, and by the way, both of those bowlers are still bowling today. We also have representing our 700 club tournament, Tom Fiume, and Showplace is going to be represented by Rob Balzerini, and Country Lanes was another title held down by Rob Marchicello. Now, we also had our Staten Island Singles Classic, and this year that was won by Chip Moderano, but unfortunately Chipper is not a member of the bowling club, so he's not going to be going to the TFC. Our Atlantic City stop this year was won by Chris Argento, who is not a club member, so he will not be representing Atlantic City in our Staten Island Bowling Club's Tournament of Champions. Prior to the Tournament of Champions on the 14th of November, the Staten Island Bowling Club will be instituting another new tournament. And this tournament is going to be called the Champion of Champions Tournament. Now, what that means is all of the bowlers that have ever won any of our tournaments, including the Staten Island Singles Classic, which is now 16 years old, every one of these bowlers will get an invitation to bowl in this tournament. There is a total of 58 different winners, 85 different tournaments with 58 different winners. Now, what that means is some of these bowlers have multiple titles. So, of course, if they have multiple titles, they will still be allowed to bowl in this event. That will take place hopefully on the 6th of November at a site to be announced later on, where we will keep you abreast of that upcoming tournament. I'm very excited about hosting it. I'm very excited about doing it. Hopefully, all the bowlers involved that will get the invitation will feel the same way. I hope they can all participate. I hope they all have a free day on that day so that they can come on down and be part of this very prestigious event. This will be an annual event, and again, we're looking very forward to hosting it. And we'll be right back in a minute with some of our bowlers. Just want to introduce you our 8 finalists that are now in match play competition. Up on lane 10 on the approach, ready to release his ball, is Joe Tusa. Now, Joe Tusa is the highest average in our field of 8 finalists. He had a 279 in his qualifying, and Joe is the only bowler with the Staten Island Bowling Club that bowls with no handicap. And as a result of that strike, you can see why. Joe's opponent in his first game is going to be Mike Palmieri. Now, Mike is sporting a 32-pin handicap. And I think they're just wrapping up their first game of competition. Now on lanes 7 and 8, up on lane 7 right now, this man already owns 1 Staten Island Bowling Club title, and that's left-hander Bobby Kaefel. Bobby Kaefel is the number 2 man all-time earnings with our Staten Island Bowling Club. So he's looking to go to the winner's circle one more time and advance to our Tournament of Champions. And Bobby's first round opponent is a man who has 2 titles already to his credit this year. He's already in our Tournament of Champions. Another lefty, Rob Marchicello. Now, the interesting thing about that match is that both bowlers are bowling with the same handicap. So if they should end up in a tie game, they will bowl their 9th and 10th frame over to determine a winner. It's Rob Marchicello on lane 8. On lanes 5 and 6, towing the lane right now is a man that's in our finals for the third time. Big, strong right-hander, Jeff Sanchez. Jeff is looking for his first title with the Staten Island Bowling Club, a title that would seat him in our Tournament of Champions. Jeff's first opponent is his longtime friend and buddy, who already has club record 4 titles. He's already seated in this year's Tournament of Champions, looking for a second title. Matter of fact, he won over here in January, our first stop here, Mike Scotty. If Mike can win today, he will catch 2 buys in our Tournament of Champions. And finally, on lanes 3 and 4, up on lane number 3 right now, is appearing in our finals for the second consecutive month, looking for a free trip to our Tournament of Champions, Willie Apo. Willie's first opponent is going to be one of the 4 left-handers that started out in today's competition. This is one of the fellas that bowls out of Columbian Lanes. He again is looking for his first title with the Staten Island Bowling Club. Left-hander Bill Mezia. And the interesting thing about this match is this is another match that both handicaps are equal. As a matter of fact, both guys had equal scores in their first 2-game elimination. So it's a very, very equal match, and every ball that both of these bowlers throw is an important one. There you have our 8 remaining bowlers for this month's competition with the Staten Island Bowling Club here at Columbian Lanes. Back at Columbian Lanes with the Staten Island Bowling Club, and I have with me one of our premier bowlers here on Staten Island, Joe Tusa. Joe, you finished 5th overall. You're the only bowler, as I had mentioned earlier, that bowls with the Staten Island Bowling Club that bowls with 0 pins handicap. Now, your first 2-game block, you shot 493 scratch. You had a 279. You were bowling with a lot of confidence. You were throwing the ball extremely well. But again, when you're bowling with 0 pins, you have no margin whatsoever for error, especially in only 2 games. You just don't have enough firepower to...
No, it's, you know, Donnie, you're spotting a guy 30 pins a game, or 40 pins a game. You know, you make one mistake, a hair mistake, and you're in trouble. You know,
it's not only that, Joe. It's also the carry. If there's one strike that you don't carry,
right,
he can afford that. You can't.
Right. Well, I left the 2 stone 7 pins in the 3rd frame and the 7th frame. Otherwise, I win. You know, it's not even close. And then, you know, I left a split that I shouldn't have left. But, you know, you leave it, you get a bad break here or there. But still, you're spotting Mike Palmieri, who I bowled, you know, he's not a bad bowler.
No, he's
I mean, he's getting he's a quality bowler. He's getting 30 pins from, you know, and it's tough. It's not easy.
No question.
You know,
if
if you go in where it's a scratch tournament where you're getting no pins and everybody's getting no pins, it's a different story. But right here, it's not. You got the club here. It's a handicap club. That's the way it goes. That's it, you know.
Well, Joe, I know you were nice enough, as usual, you're always nice with me, to hang out today and help me with the commentary because
sure,
my partner is not here. We've got 4 bowlers left. We've got Mikey Palmieri, who beat you going against Willie Apo. And we got Jeff Sanchez bowling against Bobby Kaefel.
Bobby Kaefel, right.
Now, we've got 1 lefty and 3 righties. Now, you bowl from the left-handed side.
No, the condition was tremendous from the left side today. And it was, I got news for you. The truth, we had, if a lefty could play the right shot here, I think we have an advantage right now. The left side is holding better. There's not, you know, you got more right-handers.
Now, the left side is going to hold longer because you have
less left-handers, right?
Okay.
And right now, the shot is excellent on the left side, and you just got to play the lanes right. And Jeff Sanchez with Bobby, the pins are not that much apart, but I think Jeff's a little more premier of a bowler than Bobby Kaefel is.
Okay. Before we start our title match, we're going to take a break. And when we come back, I'm going to ask you to describe the strength and weaknesses of the 2 bowlers that are remaining for the title.
Fine.
Okay? Okay, Joe, thank you. I'm looking forward to the commentary with you. We'll take a quick break. We are back at Columbian Lanes with the Staten Island Bowling Club, and I have with me the bowlers that finished 3rd place and 4th place respectively. 3rd place this month belongs to the big boss man, Jeff Sanchez. Jess, you finished 3rd place overall. You had a good outing today.
Yeah.
You ran into a buzzsaw, really, in the semifinal match. I watched some of that match, and it was touch and go, and it really came down to who performed in the 10th frame.
Yeah, I wasn't carrying a 10 pin, and in the 2nd frame I threw a gutter ball off my ankle. I only lost by a mark, so could have gone any way. Bobby bowled great. Could have gone any way. But I was happy with the turnout here. I haven't bowled this well on synthetics yet, so 3rd place is good for me in synthetic lanes. And
well, Jeff, you're the type of bowler, wherever you bowl, you're going to make your presence felt, and today was just an example of that.
That's what I'm trying this year. Trying a lot, new equipment, everything. A little help from my med, my roommate.
Good old Ed. Yeah.
Good old Ed, you know. So another month, you know.
Well,
next
next
time I'll be
month
there.
we're at Victory Lanes.
I'll be there.
I know I'm going to see you there.
I'll be there.
Thank you for bowling.
Next time.
Okay, 4th place this month, Willie Apo. Willie, your 2nd consecutive month now. Show place, you finished, I think, 3rd or 4th overall.
No, 7th.
7th. Okay, I know you got into the first round.
Yeah.
Another fine showing today at Columbian Lanes. I think
Boy.
only good things can be in store for you.
Yeah, I hope so. It's getting there, though, and I'm happy that I ended up 4th because the game was really close, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, Willie, you came in today for the very last squad today.
I know.
I watched you bowl on lanes 1 and 2.
1 and 2.
I commented how strong you looked, how well you were throwing the ball. Since you've joined us, I see a remarkable change. You're bowling with a lot more authority. You're bowling with a lot more confidence.
Yes.
And it's showing up in your results.
I know. Hopefully, I'm getting there soon.
Well, you went from 8th to 4th.
4th, yeah.
So
That's
next
a
month
much improvement.
There you go. Next
Yeah.
month you can pick up another 4 spots.
Yes.
You're going to be in a winner's circle going to the TFC.
Okay, I hope so. I'll be trying.
And I hope that we see you at Victory Lanes. And I thank you, Willie, for making our club a success.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, we now have 2 bowlers remaining. They'll be bowling on 1 and 2. That's going to be Mike Palmieri, looking for his first title with the Staten Island Bowling Club. And he's going to be going against lefty Bobby Kaefel, who will be looking for his 2nd title. However, both bowlers will be looking for a trip to the TFC for this year's competition. And we'll bring you that match in a minute. Okay, we are back. I have with me my special guest commentator for this month at Columbian Lanes, Joe Tusa. Joe, you know the 2 bowlers bowling. We have the left-handed Bobby Kaefel. He's bowling against Mike Palmieri. Now, Bobby Kaefel has given Mike Palmieri 6 pins. You bowled against Mike Palmieri in preliminary action today. Tell me the strength of his game, the strength of Bobby Kaefel's game, what each bowler has to do to win the title today.
Let's put it this way. Okay, Mike's a very good bowler. Mike has to make shots. He's got to keep the ball out on the lane. The alley 1, I was just watching. Alley 1 hooks a lot more than alley 2. And alley 1, he's got to get the ball a little bit more inside than he does on 2. Alley 2 is going to have to play out a little further out. Bobby Kaefel's a full roller. So Bobby Kaefel, all he has to do is just stay down the boards outside for the left side, and he should be successful. They have to make shots. Both of them are going to have to make shots. You know, it's only a 4-pin difference, a 6-pin difference, whatever it is, and they're going to have to make the shots. That's all.
Okay.
I think whoever makes the best shots makes their spares. They're going to win the game.
Okay, Joe, in spite of the fact Bobby is spotting Mike 6 pins, does somebody have a distinct advantage in this match?
Well, I feel Mike does. I feel Mike's a better bowler than Bobby Kaefel. That's the way I feel in my mind. Other people may say different things, but I know Mike's strength. I've bowled with Mike a long time. I've seen Mike bowl. I think Bobby's got I think Mike's got the advantage. If he stays and keeps his head down and makes his spares, Mike has the advantage.
Okay, well, we're going to bring you that championship match, and we're going to see just how much of a prophet Mr. Joe Tusa is. Okay, Joe Tusa, we're ready to start today's competition, which features Mike Palmieri, the right-hander, looking for his first club title, and he's going up against Bobby Kaefel, who's looking for his 3rd Staten Island Bowling Club title.
All righty.
Lanes 1 and 2, Joe, have not been used. It's a fresh set of lanes for today's championship match.
All right, we got a little Jersey strike there. Mike was a little short on the shot.
as a result of that, Joe? Should he make an adjustment for his next frame?
Well, I was talking with Mike before, and before the match started, I told him, Mikey, lane 1 hooks way more than lane 2, and he's got to get inside more on lane 1. That's it. Let's see what Bobby does here. I told Bobby the same thing. He's got to be outside. Bobby threw that ball. He got too far inside, and he pulled it. He's got to be a little further out. The shot today on the left side is outside. It's outside. Outside of 5 is the best way. The ball reacts tremendous from out there. And just roll it and get it out there. But Bobby's a full roller, so it's a different story from a 3/4 to a full.
And a full roller is not a ball that you really see that much anymore today.
No, you don't do. No more. He made the spare.
Bobby's game, though, he's a very quality bowler because his game is very simple, and it's very hard for him to make a mistake as a result.
Well, yeah, because of the full roller.
Yeah.
But still, Donnie, my game is very simple also, and I have 3/4. But for the full roll, for his game, he should be even more simple than I am, and he's not. Let's see what he does here. Well, he got the ball outside here.
Wow.
He made it. He went over the thumb hole. That's the full roll. That's the full roller.
You'll take a 9 count on that hit.
Oh, definitely. He made a nice shot. He made the ball held there. Made a nice shot, but he was outside further than he threw the ball before.
Spares, Joe, an intricate part of the game. You've got to keep your spares to stay in the game, even early on.
Especially in the handicap tournament.
You don't want to dig
No, you have to make the spares. Nice spare. He just rolled the ball nice and easy and made the spare.
Bobby Kaefel, with his handicap, has 45 in the first with a spare up, and Mike Palmieri up on lane 2.
Okay. Let's see what Mike does here, because this ball here should be a little further out than he threw the last one. He threw that ball. He threw that ball excellent. He went right with the shot, because he knows that lane is much tighter. This is the lane that's going to give him trouble. He has to get inside on this lane because it hooks at least 5 boards more.
Well, this is going to mark the highest finish for Mikey Palmieri, whether he wins or loses. He's never finished this high in one of our tournaments.
I'm really surprised at that. He got inside. He was a little Jersey strike. Yeah, it looks familiar. Did you see the difference, Donnie, on that lane? How much more that lane hooks? He is not making the real adjustment that he should be sending.
Strikes as a result.
Well, yeah, but sooner or later it's going to catch up with him.
He already has a 17-pin lead over Bobby Kaefel.
And that's a good shot.
That's a good shot.
Now, Bobby Kaefel just made an excellent shot. Excellent shot.
Now, are 1 and 2 the same for the lefty as they are for the righty? Or?
No. I think the way I see it, I didn't bowl on 1 and 2, but the way I see it, 1 and 2 is the same. If you play the same shot on the left side, you're okay. The right 1 hooks way more than 2. So Bobby Kaefel's got an advantage here if he makes good shots. He made an excellent shot there, but now he pulled. He pulled short and with the full roll. He can't be short. If you're short here, the ball's going to hook. It's going to hook immediately. You got to come through the shot, and you got to get the ball a little longer down the lane. I still say that, what I told you before in the commentary, that Mike got the advantage because Mike is a better bowler. In my eyes. Maybe I'm wrong.
In defense of Bobby Kaefel, he's not the type of bowler that's going to beat himself. He plays the lane. He doesn't put any pressure on himself. He knows what he has to do. He wants to get up there and execute and do it.
And he stays around the pocket. Absolutely. At least. And
his game is very simple.
Now there's an excellent shot again on 2. He got the ball outside the 5. Now this lane here, if Mike Palmieri makes the right move, and this ball goes to the pocket, Bobby Kaefel's in a lot of trouble.
Sure, he's bowling like a man on a mission here. He's looking to be represented in a tournament of champions. He now has a 37-pin lead early on against Bobby Kaefel.
This is a very big shot here.
First 4 strikes. And as you said, that ball is still running for him on line 1.
He still didn't make the right adjustment. He still is not in deep enough, and he's pulling. He pulled the ball, but he's got 9. And as we say in bowling, 9 is fine on a shot like that. Make the spare.
Spares are very important, Joe. You've got to cover them.
He's got to make this. He has to make the spare. He made it, no problem.
You know better than me, Joe, that today every spare is a forgotten element to this game of bowling.
Now, but the key for Bobby Cahill now, he has to throw a double.
He's going to have to get a string going here. He can't wait for Mike Palmieri to break, because it might not happen.
I don't think it will. I picked Mike to win this tournament, and I think I'm right on key. He threw that ball excellent. He got the ball out on the lane. The ball went longer down.
He cut the lead to 26 pins, Joe, if he can strike on lane number 1 here. He's got to apply a little pressure to Mike Palmieri.
This lane may hook a little more on the left side. But he has to get the ball out on the lane, not down to the lane. He got that ball out. That ball should come back. Oh, my God.
Joe, what happened?
In the words we say in bowling, he forgot the fingers.
Wow.
That ball, he threw the ball very well, but the ball did not hit. It hit flat. As we say, 7-9 it's flat. It's a flat hit. But Donnie, if you understand full roll to 3/4, that's why. See, a 3/4 would not leave that. A full roll, the ball just flattens. Yeah, it just flattens out too much.
That's one reason they don't use the full roller.
Now this can be the key of the match right here. If Mike, this is the key right here.
Key shot right here.
Mike throws a strike here, and this makes his spin. Well, he threw the. Let me see here. He's making the right adjustment. All he has to do now is make that a little adjustment on that lane 1, even getting 9. Just keep clean now, and the match is over.
Well, he's enjoying a 50-pin lead right now over Bobby Kaefel, as the partisan crowd is strongly behind Mike Palmieri.
Wow.
And both bowlers were members of my Sunday morning league at Country
Let's see if Mike makes the right adjustment. Well, he got it out there this time. This time he made the right adjustment inside, sent it out, struck, just like I said he would. I told him where the shot was before. He said I was right. He said, Joe, I know you're right. He says, but I don't know, you know. I said, just get in there and do the right thing. Make the shots. Bobby Kaefel's in a lot of trouble here. He's got to strike out. Do you see?
Look at this, look at this. Look, a little help there, but not quite.
Not quite enough, Don. The full roll is not strong enough. His ball does not finish in the back end. And
you know, it's been a long time for Bobby Kaefel. He's been with the club for 5 years, and it's been a long time since he's gotten back up to this point where he's going for the title. So I know he's glad to be here.
Oh, without no, there's no doubt about it. I mean, he wants me to help him out and change his role from full to 3/4. So I'm going to work with him.
You have to appreciate Bobby Kaefel, because win, lose, or draw,
he's there.
Gracious, he's always courteous. He's still up there having a good time and just enjoying himself. And that's what the bowling club is all about.
That's it. And I told him I'll help him out. Let's see what he does here now. He's got to get this ball really. See, he got that ball out beautiful. Okay, but what happened? You got to look at right. Too little and too late is right. He's a little too short. You know.
Crowd appreciate it.
Now let's see what Mike does here. Now Mike should just, you know, get out there and throw the ball with confidence, make this, and just stay clean. Mike all has to do is stay clean right now, and the match is over. Well, he sent that one out a little bit too far, but he was smart because he played clean.
Joe, I think he got a little too relaxed on that first ball.
Well, Donnie, he did, but he's smart because he knows he's got the match in hand. All he has to do is, he doesn't want to leave nothing hard to, you know.
In other words, what you're saying is a point in time and you don't have to think
strike.
Right.
No, there's no thinking strike. Now it's thinking staying clean.
Just stay clean. Makeable spares.
That's all it is. That was a makeable spare. Mike almost missed that, you know, but I don't understand why even... Donnie, I think, what do we have here?
Well, Mike got 2 chances to get 1 mark. If he, the next mark he makes, the match is over.
Well, I want to see. I really like to see Mike make a good shot on lane 1, which he did. But he was a little short, but he still stayed clean. Keep away from the split, and have the easy spare to make.
He needs a mark in either the 9th or the 10th, and he will be going to a tournament of champions, and also to a champion of champions, which you are in.
Yeah, well, thank God about that.
The winner of a singles classic way back. God
Yeah,
knows
but
when.
that was scratch. I didn't have to spot nobody. Anything. Mike made the spare easy. And like I said, Donnie, if you could see by the score, I was right in what I suggested.
Yes, you are. This game is now history. Mike
Palmieri
will go on representing Columbian Lanes #2 in a tournament of champions. And we'll just go through the formality of finishing out this game. So Bobby Kaefel will finish second, and this is his third second-place finish with the Staten Island Bowling Club. He's going to take home $200 for his efforts. Mike Palmieri is going to walk away with 4. And you know the good news, Joe? I can take pins from Mike.
That's it. Let's take it. That was a good shot. Bobby made an excellent shot there. But see, his ball just doesn't finish hard enough because of the full roll.
What does he do to change that?
Well, he has to change.
He's a creature of habit. He's been throwing a full roll over
Well,
years.
we're going to change it to a 3/4. We're going to make him change.
Now, is that hand positioning?
It's a hand position, and that's all, you know, and to make him come out of the ball a little different, where he comes from, a little bit from the...
Habits are hard to break, Joe.
Well, we're going to break it from him. He asked me to teach him, I want to teach him.
You know, I noticed when he shot the 7th and he flattened the ball out.
Well, we all do that. That's the right way to do it, because this way the ball doesn't overhook on you, and you can just throw right at the pin and make the spare.
Joe, I want to ask you a question, just to get off this match, because this match is over.
Right.
Years ago, the theory in bowling was that if you missed right, you would move right. Would you still adhere to that theory today, or would you more or less play the oil today?
Today's a whole different story. You know, it's so strange, Donnie. It's completely different. You know, usually we'd have to, you know, if the lane hooked more, we would move right and play inside more. But now, if the lane hooks, sometimes if it's synthetics, if they hook more, you go to the out, you go further out. It's the opposite theory of years ago.
Now you got synthetic and wood. That's what we didn't have that yet.
So it's, you know, it's funny. It's not the same way anymore.
Bobby Kaefel can finish with a very nice 210 with his handicap for the championship match. And as I said, he's going to be the runner-up this month at Columbian Lanes. And you know, next month, Joe, we're going to be going to Victory Lanes. We're going to spend 3 weekends over there. And the finals on that will be the 28th of August.
Okay. All right, nice game, Bobby.
207 effort. Good enough for second place this month with the Staten Island.
Bobby made an excellent effort.
And the crowd appreciates it.
See now there, it's just out of the woods, so you know, Mike really didn't care. But that.
You wonder would he have thrown the same ball if the match was going 100.
If the match was close, we'd see if they would. I don't think he would throw the same ball. But he made it. He
finishes with a 249. He's our latest champion with the bowling club. He's going to go on to an annual tournament of champions in November. And we're going to take a break, and we're going to come back and spend a minute or two with our runner-up and our latest champion.
Oh, you got it.
Okay, we are back. And we have with us our runner-up for this month's stop at Columbian Lanes, Bobby Kaefel. Bobby, first of all, congratulations. I think this was your third second-place finish with the Staten Island Bowling Club. I had mentioned to Joe during the cable cast that it's been a long time. You've had a long drought between winnings, and it was nice to see you back up there fighting for the title against your friend and mine, Mikey Palmieri.
Well, Mike deserved it. He rolled terrific. He threw those 4-timer right there, buried me. I couldn't carry. And I was very fortunate to be in where I was today, in second place.
That to me, yeah.
Because I was struggling during the qualifying rounds. But
you just did sneak in, by the way. You won a number 8 qualifier.
yes, I know.
Matter of pins. That's why every pin is important.
But I haven't since January, since we stopped off at Sunset Lanes. That was the last time I was on your show.
Yeah.
And I wanted to keep up with Manny Pepitone because now we're even as far as
You picked up a couple
being on your
hundred bucks
program.
on him now, too.
Well, I'm not there. Well, the money's nice. Don't get me wrong, but I enjoyed the game.
I know you do.
Anyone out there who's got a handicap, come on down. I mean, the club is terrific. I mean, Donnie Walters and with Lefty there, you can't go wrong, and it's really competitive. And I want to thank. Joe was telling me to go outside, and for the life of me, I couldn't go outside. I tried, and when I did, she came back, but I just got lazy with the ball. You know.
Well, you know what it is, Bobby. It's a complete different story. I have throw the 3/4. You throw the full roll.
Right.
You got to get it. We're going to change you over to that 3/4, like I tell you. He said we'll get the ball back from out there. Your ball's not going to come back that strong from out there. It's a big difference. You had a big advantage on Mike here, and you couldn't use it because of the full roll.
You're absolutely right there. Absolutely right, Joe. I appreciate being on the being here, and next time at Victory Lanes, maybe I can do even better.
Well, I think you will. We're gonna help you out. We're gonna change you over to 3/4.
Thank you,
You're
Joe.
going to split your earnings with Joe, huh?
Yes, yes. This is my sponsor.
As always, my friend.
Thank you,
Always a
Johnny.
pleasure.
It's been a pleasure.
Give regards to your beautiful family.
I will. I will.
And I know we're going to see you next week at Victory Lanes.
Yes. On
Second
7th
place.
and 8th.
Yes, second place, Bobby Kaefel. Okay, this month's winner is a man that can now boast that he finally, after 5 years, has a title with the Staten Island Bowling Club. He's going to go on to the Tournament of Champions. He's also going to go on to our Champion of Champions tournament, Mike Palmieri.
Oh, it took me, what, 6 years, 5 years?
Took you a long time.
Not
Took you 96 pins.
I don't know, 96 pins, I get 84, and if I bowl Joe
He's
again,
gotta figure it
you
out.
only got to give me 20-something pins now. That's not fair, but I'll make sure I don't make a couple of tournaments to get my 96 pins back, but no, at least Scotty can't complain about,
It's nice for me to see you win because you're out here every month supporting the club. 3 squads, 4 squads, never complaining. You're a pleasure to have in a club. I'm glad that you got to the point. But my question for you today, before Joe asks you a question, is the turning point in today's match. Joe and I had it pinpointed to one frame.
I guess probably the third frame when I carried the cross on alley 1 helped me a little bit, and then I buried 4. The high shot on 5.
I think we had it figured when he threw that second double because it gave you a chance, a little
Well,
bit of breathing room.
the seventh frame when I finally threw the ball right on alley 1.
You know,
And I buried it.
We thought you might get a little careless because sometimes you get complacent when you get a big lead like that. That's been your albatross.
All the time. I take it easy after I have the
Yes.
game 1 and my competitiveness is gone.
You can't kick him when he's down.
No.
And what Joe did predict that although you were getting 6 pins, he tabbed you as the favorite. The lanes favored you today.
Yeah.
And that if you played your game, that you should walk away with the victory.
Well, I locked in 2 from practice, and he helped me, told me to go outside of 5, pushed me out to 5. But alley 1 was like trying to keep loft and speed and everything. But I guess towards the end I started to find it. Then I got a blister on my hand, didn't help either. But at least it came ahead of me.
So at least you shared the wealth. You gave both bowlers advice.
Well, I told Mike, I says, alley 1 hooked a lot more. He had to get in a little bit more inside on that lane. And alley 2, I just told him to stay outside of 5 because the ball would set up for him, and it did. And he threw the ball excellent. And I said, he's a lot, I feel a lot better than Bobby Kaefel.
Well, today at least he certainly was. In spite of that
It
difference.
proved that I was right.
Now the irony to this whole thing is you're both in a Champion of Champions tournament. Now wouldn't that be ludicrous if he drew you?
Well, he drew me today, and he beat me,
Yes,
with the
he
spot. But let's put it this way: I hope the tournament, or the Champions of Champions tournament, is a scratch. Then I could play.
I have a feeling you'll be there regardless, okay? Because you're one guy that always does well in spite of the handicap that you're giving, and you're always giving and never getting.
Thank you.
Okay, and hey, you did great today. You really did. It was a lot of fun doing it with you. Of course, I miss Simonelli, but you were a capable substitute. Mikey, I want to congratulate you. You bowled super.
Congratulations.
We're going to bring up Lefty to present the trophy. And the trophy, as you know, no, not yet, you know. The trophy, as you know, is donated by Columbian Lanes, and it's a whale of a trophy. Lefty, do the honors first, please.
Surely. Let me have a little light.
By all means.
Mike, on behalf of Columbia Lanes, I want to present you with this trophy for the championship. Good luck. See you again next month.
Congratulations, Michael. You deserved it.
Yep. Took a long time, but I got one.
It did. It took a long time, and I know that you're going to represent Columbian Lanes along with your partner in crime, Mike Scotty, because he's got the first stop over here. Now you have the second. So you two guys can be like bookends over there.
Oh, he's going to be bookends. Don't
So
worry about it.
it's only appropriate that he wins one and you win the other.
And I can shut him up.
There you go. Okay, we want to thank everybody for viewing. Our next stop will bring us to Victory Lanes. We'll be there starting next weekend. Our finals are scheduled the 28th of August. We thank everybody. Please continue to support the club. Everybody watching, go bowling. It makes you feel like you'd like to.